Tonight, the Federal Drug Administration is warning a botanical substance that some people use to fight heroin addiction could make the opioid crisis worse.
The 9 on Your Side I-Team first reported on concerns about kratom about a year ago after a Northern Kentucky mom blamed it for her son's death. I-Team investigator Hillary Lake is here. She's going to explain why the FDA is taking action now. Hillary.
Well, the FDA issues advisories like this when they see products that aren't approved treatments and cures for serious conditions harming people. Kratom is one of those products. The I-Team discovered you can buy bottles of it in some convenience stores in the tri-state. The FDA says scientific evidence shows kratom has similar effects to narcotics like opioids. The FDA is calling it risky to use because it can be abused and addictive, and in some cases can cause death. So far, nearly 40 deaths nationwide are associated with kratom, and calls to the U.S. Poison Control Centers have increased tenfold between 2010 and 2015. The I-Team first started looking into kratom after Tammy George contacted us in August of 2016. She says her son Zach was a recovering addict and just had a newborn son when a friend told him about kratom energy drinks. She says those triggered Zach's cravings for opiates. He eventually relapsed and died from a heroin overdose.
Gave him that opiate effect and made him feel altered. It already triggered that craving.
Kratom is a plant that grows in parts of Southeast Asia. The I-Team discovered over a year ago that the National Institute on Drug Abuse considers kratom addictive. Some people believe kratom should be used as a form of treatment for some disorders, but the FDA says there's no scientific evidence that it helps with opioid addiction. The DEA has talked about banning kratom, adding it to a list of drugs that includes pot, heroin, and LSD. It backed off last October after receiving a flood of public complaints. I checked with the DEA again today. A spokeswoman tells me the DEA won't make a final decision until the FDA review wraps up, and there's no timeline. Back to you.